Hey guys, how are you all doing today? I am so excited for this Halloween makeup look. I'm doing SHEGO from Kim Possible. If most of you don't know, SHEGO is actually the villain. She's kind of like the sidekick to Doctor Drakken, and it's honestly one of my favorite childhood films. It was on Disney Channel. It was a cartoon done in the early to mid 2000s, and yeah, I actually DIY'd a costume for SHEGO. So I did a full-on like costume with a belt, a choker, and the pants. And I've actually had this idea in my head ever since last year. Last year is actually when I bought all of the green material from Joann's. I got all of this material from Joann's on sale, and I honestly got this long sleeve shirt and the leggings from thrift shops. So it's super inexpensive to just DIY your own SHEGO look. So let's just get on into the makeup part. Okay, so for today's look, we're going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette. We're going to be using the black right here for the lips. We're going to be using the James Charles Morphe palette and just my regular face makeup. So let's just get started with the eyes. Okay, so we're going to be taking the NYX eyeshadow base in the color Skin Tone just to prep our eyes because my eyelids for some reason get super oily. And this is a really nice dupe, the MAC Paint Pot. So first we're going to be taking a Morphe M506 brush. It's a nice little blending brush right here. We're going to be going into this dark brown in the palette and putting that right in the crease and kind of winging it up a little bit. Okay, now that we look good and insane, we're going to be going in with that same Morphe 504 brush and going into the black in the palette. I hope that looks even on camera. I can't really tilt my head the way I want to because of this choker that I made right here. I think it looks super good, ties into the look, and especially because she has a high collared uniform costume going on, and this is just super like blank on this, so it's fine. So now we're going to be taking the Morphe M224 brush, and it's this flat brush that we always use to put on the Drug Lord liquid lipstick from Jeffree Star, and we do this in order to cut the crease. And it is actually supposed to snow tonight. Oh my gosh, it's only it's not even halfway through October and it's gonna be snowing. I'm kind of excited though. Even though I live in Colorado, sometimes it doesn't, the weather just has a mind of its own and it does whatever it wants. So and what I like to do is I actually like to look up a little bit, because when you cut your crease it sometimes can go wrong and it goes up into your crease, which is exactly what it's supposed to do, but sometimes I don't do it right. So just to make sure that I have the cut crease in the exact right area that I want it to be in, I have to look up almost as if I'm rolling my eyes in order for it to transfer properly. And this just actually makes for a better application process for the green that we're going to be putting on for the SHEGO look. So it needs to go up higher, right here. Do they look even? Let me know in the comments if it looks even, because like I said, I can't really tell. From what I can see it looks even, but what do I know? I'm actually going to be going in with a Morphe M124 brush, and we're going into that really, really dark green and just putting that on the outer corner of the eye. Now we're going to be going in with this slightly larger flat brush, and it is a Morphe M166. We're going into that lighter green. And the reason why we're doing a larger flat brush is because we're going to be covering more space on the eye. And that transition is actually way better than I thought it was going to be, but we're still going to be going in with a transition shade in between the two colors. Okay, so I feel like we really need to use the transition shade on this eye especially. So we're going to be going in with this slightly fluffy brush. It is a Morphe M456. I'm going into this shimmery green color and just trying to blend out the two colors, making them a little bit more cohesive. I feel like there needs to be more black on the outer part, so let's just work with that for a little bit. So with the Morphe M506 brush, we're going into that deep, darkest black. So now this brush, I love to use this brush on my inner corner and my brow bone. It is actually the Morphe no, it's not an M. It is the Morphe E62. Yeah, E62. And I just like to go into that really white shade in the palette and put it on the brow bone and on the inner part of your eye just to make yourself look more awake. To be honest, I kind of feel like Alphita from Wicked. I feel so much like Wicked. So I'm just going to time lapse this next part because you already know, if you have seen my videos, you already know my foundation, my concealer, all of that. So I'm just going to fast forward through this because I feel like it's not really necessary. And if you are new to the channel, be sure to go back and watch some previous videos just to get a little bit familiar with the products that I like to use, the order that I like to use them. So ever since Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star did their new, I don't want to call it a documentary, it's kind of like a documentary though. They kind of basically ended Too Faced, and I have Too Faced products, so I'm just going to finish up my Too Faced products and that'll be the end of it. Seriously, because I don't want to throw away perfectly good products, and I don't agree with what the company is standing for and what they represent, how they treat basically the creators. So yeah. And sadly that goes for the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, so I'm gonna have to find a new favorite concealer. Okay, so after my skin routine and everything with my foundation and powder and all that good stuff, am I looking a little bit more better? A little bit more like SHEGO. I'm feeling more like SHEGO, like geez. Even contoured my nose all nice. Okay, so I'm going to be lining my eyes with the NYX That's the Point eyeliner. And I wanted to do a really thin, simple, just lining of the eyes. We're not going to be doing a wing or anything like that because I feel like it would kind of take away from the look. So I'm just going to do the other eye off camera and we'll be back to put on the lashes. Okay, so I've been super busy ever since I turned off the camera. I actually added the dark green to my lower lash line. So I thought that turned out really well. I added the liquid eyeliner and I also added in the mascara. So while the mascara is drying, let's just go on to the lips. So like I said in the beginning, we are using the Anastasia ABH lip palette. Lost my train of thought for 5 seconds. And we're going to be lining the top lip first. So I'm actually kind of nervous. I'm going to be taking this compact and zooming in. Ew, I already messed up. And I feel weird not doing the bottom, so I'm just going to do a really tiny lip on the bottom. They draw the cartoon characters so weird in my opinion because their lips, their upper lip is super big and their lower lip is basically non-existent, so that's why I basically drew it like this. And if you don't really believe me, here's like a bunch of sources. So literally my bottom lip almost looks non-existent, which is exactly what we want. So I'm just gonna pop on some magnetic lashes, my Ardell 110s, and I will be seeing you all for the end of the video. Okay guys, so I put on the magnetic lashes and I'm really feeling the SHEGO vibes, especially when I have on like the shirt and when I had on these pants. This was a really simple and easy DIY for me to do. and I literally just wore it with Ugg boots. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, you're all strong, articulate, independent individuals, and I hope you have a great day. Happy Halloween. I will see you in the next video. Bye.